Using elimination. What do you think of when you hear the word elimination? It gets rid of it. Literally gets rid of it. If I have a 2x in mathematics, what do I do to 2x to get rid of it? Say again? No, the x would still be there. Yeah. If I minus 2x, we end up with 0. And in elimination, we just leave it as blank. Okay? So that's the whole point of elimination, is that we're going to eliminate it. If you do not eliminate something, you're not doing it right. So looking at this first problem, all we need to do to eliminate on this one is to add them. And I like to say that I always am going to add them. When I add them, I want to make sure that my x and my y and my number and my equal sign are all lined up. 2x plus negative x equals x. Negative 4 plus 4 equals elimination. It's gone. Do you see that? That's the whole point of this. It's just gone. We're going to leave it blank. Bring down our equal sign. 2 plus 3 is x equals 5.
Well, that's easy.
Actually, I think elimination is my favorite too. So if x equals 5, what kind of answers are we supposed to get here?
Like equations?
No? Am I done? Dom's saying we got to plug it back in because I need a what? I need to know the y, and my answer is supposed to be an ordered pair. So I got 5. I plug 5 into either one of these. Which one do you like, the top or the bottom? Top. Doesn't matter. 2 times 5 minus 4y equals 2. 10 minus 4y equals 2. Subtract 10. Negative 4y equals negative 8. Divide by negative 4. That's not a 4. Y equals positive 2. If this was a test, I might throw that into Desmos just to check it. What made the elimination work on this? Brody.
You can cancel out the y.
The y's. It's positive 4y and a negative 4y. So had that not been like that, we would not have been able to do it yet. Correct. If they were both positive, then we wouldn't be able. I don't like the. You can, but I'm going to show you a different way. You could just subtract them, but that gets confusing.
Is it always going to tell us which method?
Yes. Yes. If it says use any method, then you can use any method. But on the test, it'll say use elimination, use substitution, use graphing, and there'll be a graph there. Okay. Using elimination, I'm going to go ahead and add these. Tell me why elimination is going to work on this one. Dom.
Because the x's, there's a negative, they're the same number but negative. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
They're same. I like that. Same coefficient, but one's positive, one's negative. So 2 plus negative 2x, elimination. I don't even write anything. 3 plus 2y, 5y. Equal sign comes down. 1 plus negative 5. Negative 6, Negative 5. Divide by 5. Y equals negative 1. We need an ordered pair. We're going to plug negative 1 back into either one. You like the top or the bottom? Top. 2x plus 3 times negative 1 equals 1. 2x minus 3 equals 1. So add 3 to both sides. 2x equals 4. Divide by 2. X equals 2. Oh, I don't like circling that because that's not the answer. The answer is 2 comma negative 1. Again, I could check if I throw in this into Desmos, or I could plug those numbers in for X and Y and just make sure that they work in both. Again, I like elimination. It is my favorite. This next one, are we ready for elimination?
No.
No. because there's not one that's positive and negative. If you were allowed to just add something to this question, like just put a number in there. Yeah, it's right there. It's just hanging down, yeah. Yes. If I could, what would you want to put in here? I'd want to put a -2 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and times everything by -2 on this top one. So everything gets times. So this becomes -2x minus 4y equals -8. So everything got multiplied by -2. What do I want to do to the second thing? Nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and just rewrite it just so that I have them lined up. And now I'm ready to do my elimination. Now I can add. I prefer making that a -2x and adding than trying to do subtraction. Sometimes I think it just will make less mistakes. That's eliminated. We get -9y equals -9. Divide by -9. And y equals 1. Now that we know that y equals 1, I plug that back in to the first, the second, or even the third if you wanted to. Which one do you like? First one, x plus 2 times 1 equals 4. X plus 2 equals 4. X equals 2. 2 comma 1.
Whenever I solve for y first, I usually put y first.
Yeah. So all I had to do was fix that one. I think that this is my favorite method. I think it's the quickest and in some respects the easiest. You can change whatever you want so that they match. So on this next one, they're not ready to eliminate. If I add them, it's not going to eliminate anything. What do you want to do to which one to get them to match? Yeah.
Negative positive 2y.
Okay.
For the top one.
So we want a 2 right here. So we're going to multiply everything by 2 there. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. I don't like that I don't have space here. I prefer that. But I'm going to go ahead and just say times everything by 2. So I get 4x plus 2y equals 4. You could have multiplied the bottom one by -2, right? To get these to match. Is that what you're saying? You want to get the x's to match? You could have multiplied by -2.
Oh, yeah.
We're multiplying the top one by 2, so everything gets multiplied by 2. We leave the bottom one alone, so I'm just going to, now I'm ready for elimination. I get 5x elimination equals, is that -1? Divide by 5. X equals -1/5. And then I can plug that back in any of these ones. Which one do you want to plug it back into? Top one. 2 times -1/5 plus y equals 2. So that gives me -2/5, which is what? Is that -0.4? Add 0.4, we get y equals 2.4. So my answer to this one is -1/5, comma 2.4. I don't like that I answered as a decimal and a fraction, but it's not wrong. You could. 0.2, comma 2.4. That's fine too. So again, elimination. And then, so how about this next one? So I got to get them to match. What do we want to multiply by on which one? Yeah. 6 on the bottom. So I'm going to times this one by 6. So I get 18x minus 12y equals We all know negative 27 times 6 is negative 162. And then I'm going to bring this one down, and I'm going to do nothing to it. Ready for elimination. I add these. So I get 24x equals negative 168. Gives me negative 7. Did I make a mistake?
No, you just did it. Oh, you did?
Did I make a mistake?
No, I thought you did. Why did you multiply this? Did
I didn't. I just rewrote the bottom one. Or the top one I just rewrote.
you like divide instead of multiply?
You could. Absolutely. Yep.
Multiplying these.
Yeah. So x equals 7. We plug that back into the first, the second, or even the third. Which one do you like? Second. 3 times negative 7 minus 2y equals negative 27. Negative 21 minus 2y equals negative 27. Add 21. Is that negative 6? Divide by negative 2, y equals 3. So our answer is negative 7 comma 3. What don't I like about this next one?
Standard form.
We want it to be in standard form. Okay? So I'm just going to change it. So this would be x plus y equals 6. Sometimes I like to just cross it out just so that I can say that that's the one I messed with. And then what do we want to do to get these to match? Yeah.
Times the second equation by 3.
Times the second one by 3. If I'm going to do that, what kind of 3 do I need to multiply it by?
Or negative.
Negative 3. Okay. So I'm going to multiply that by negative 3. I kind of like when I have the room here to do it. Negative 3x minus negative 3y equals negative 18. And then I'm going to bring the other one over just so it's there. 38. Elimination, negative 5y equals 20. Y equals negative 4. We can plug y into the first, the second, or the third. The first? Okay. I would plug it into this one, I think, but 3x minus 2 times negative 4 equals 38. Plus 8 equals 38. Divide, or minus 8. Divide by 3. X equals 10. So my solution is 10 comma negative 4. You want to race on the next one?
Yeah.
I'm so confused on why we're multiplying the equations.
Why we're multiplying?
Yeah, why are we multiplying with the negative 3? It's all that.
So our whole goal on these is to get one of the x's or the y's to match and one to be positive and one to be negative. Okay, so if I look here, I think the easiest thing to do is to get the y's to match. I want one to be positive, one to be negative. So what do I have to multiply this y by to get them to match? 8. So in order to do that, to be legal, I got to multiply everything on that by 8. So I'm going to leave the top one alone. And I'm going to multiply the bottom by 8. So I get negative 40x plus 8y Was that 152? Yeah, that's
Ratio on this one.
152. And now I can eliminate. We all know that 172 divided by negative 43 is negative 4. Plug it in the first, second, or third. Second. Negative 5 times negative 4 plus y equals 19. 20 plus y equals 19. Subtract 20. So my answer is negative 4, negative 1. Okay. Last one. What do we need to do on this one? Yeah.
Times like each equation by the other
Exact.
like value.
Right. So instead of just changing one of them, we're going to change both. Okay. So what do we want to multiply the top one by? 7. And then if I multiply this one by 7, then the bottom one I want to multiply by 2. But I want one to be positive and one to be negative. So can we do negative 2? You can do it where we subtract, but I think it's easier just to multiply by negative. Okay. So I get negative 14x plus 42y equals 42.
Do you have to do like the smiley faces on
Where's this? These things?
Yeah.
Those are arrows, but they're supposed to be like.
I was wondering what you did. I was wondering what you were doing.
I'm just so happy today.
Like, I was wondering if you like had to do that. I wasn't sure if that like meant something or like what that was.
And I love that.
And I was like, maybe he's just drawing a smiley face.
I'm glad you asked that question. No, you do not have to draw the smiley faces.
Wait, why did you do it?
Huh?
Why did you do it? It wasn't a smiley face.
They're supposed to be arrows. I guess I could have done like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alien smiley face.
Yeah, there.
Perfect.
Or-
Hey.
Would that have been better?
Maybe.
No.
Okay.
I think it was even worse, alien smile.
Like equal to, and then you're pointing to it.
Yeah, if I put an equal sign here, it gets weird because now we have an equation with multiple equals. So I don't. You do not have to put the smiley face. Okay, the bottom one becomes 14x minus 16y equals 10. So when you don't have them the same, you just multiply both of them to get them the same. We get 42 minus 16 negative, or it's 26. Y equals 52 divided by 26. Y equals 2. Plug that back in. First, second, third, or fourth? First. I heard more firsters. Negative 2x plus 6 times 2 equals 6. Negative 2x plus 12 equals 6. X equals 3. Oop. If you leave it just like this, you would lose points. So we got to make sure we put it in the ordered pair. There's my solution.
Wait, don't. Oh no. Why am I even running?
I don't know if this is obvious or true, but do you find that if you go home and you do the group quiz every night and you do the online work, that studying for the test is pretty easy?
I just don't even sleep for the test.
Okay. And you do well on it?
Yeah.
I didn't
I mean, that's
just small
Are we talking about the? I mean, you don't know.
here's my point. Here's my point. Do you think a person who only does half of the group quiz at home and then comes in and struggles to get through it is going to struggle more on the test? Do you agree with that? So if a parent were to call me and say, or email me and say, I'm not sure my child should be in this class, and that person almost never does the group quiz, what would you tell them? Do you think that that would make the difference between doing well and not doing well? Okay.
And at least you have like.
Because even if you get an 80% on the group quiz, you're not learning as much. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking for a friend, huh? No one's mom called.
My mom called.
Your mom did not call. I think you know if your mom called.
Yeah, my mom.
But I'm really just curious of whether